Well, I believe that the following situations would raise resonance for the guys who have girlfriends. Leaving your friends behind in summoner's rift, or answering the bugging phone from your girlfriends. Why not both?
A few moments later.
But how's that possible when a girl talking on her phone while painting on her nails? Let's find out.
I think I'm not a good multitasker because usually when I do things, for example, if I do homework, if I listen to music at the same time, I can't concentrate, or I will write some English words that I'm not going to include in my essay, or maybe my calculation will also have mistake.
I think I'm a good multitasker because I can listening to music while I'm doing homework, and I also can check things with my friend while I'm playing computer games.
And no, I don't think I'm a good multitasker. I can't really focus on two things at the same time.
I don't think I'm a good multitasker because I cannot focus on different things. When I try to focus and doing different things, it tends to have not really good results. So I don't think I'm a good multitasker.
Actually, I will not prefer multitasking, as I have mentioned, because I have lower efficiency if I am multitasking, and I can't concentrate. Even for example, if I am dating with other friends, if some people message me and I need to reply the message, I will feel uncomfortable. So even leisure time, I can't multitasking. I don't think I can multitasking in academics work.
I prefer multitasking because I think multitasking is more efficiency because you can doing different things at the same time.
I prefer multitasking because university, many homework and many projects. Although I think multitasking will lower the efficiency, but I still will multitask. Thank you.
As I say, I'm not a good multitasker, so I would not multitasking because I want to focus on one single thing and perform better.
I think gender is not related because I think it is based on the person, based on the people working habit. It's not related to the gender.
I don't think gender will affect this. I think it depends on the people because, as I know, not many people can actually multitask. Thank you.
I think gender will not affect multitasking abilities because I think it really depends on genetic makeup. Maybe some people tend to be more focused and some people cannot focus one thing, or some people can multitasking and other people cannot do multitasking. So I don't think it is depends on gender, and it's quite depend on genetics. Maybe one's habit, and maybe some people would have would listen to music while they are studying. It really depends on their own habits.
In order to find out the myth, we would like to conduct an experiment on whether gender affects multitasking performance. In fact, there are two kinds of multitasking. One is performing two or more tasks without the need to perform simultaneously. The second type is dealing with two or more tasks, and they are required to process simultaneously. In this experiment, we're focusing on the second one, because the tasker are going to finish the same simple mathematic task without calculator while listening to music "I Really Like You." They need to count how many times the word "really" was repeated in the music. Also, they had to finish as much sum as they could before the song ends. As these two tasks are processed simultaneously, we conclude that as the second type of multitasking. Besides, a music player and stationery were neat.
Oh, 57 really.
From the result, we would like to focus on the accuracy. For the calculation part, the mean accuracy for female interviewees were 5.5, while male interviewees were 5.4. However, the male interviewees were able to attempt more sum than the female interviewees. The mean number of the sum that the male did was 7.3, whereas the mean number of the sum that the female interviewees did was 5.9. On the other hand, the word really was repeated 67 times in the song. The female interviewees also outperformed the male interviewees with 59.3 out of 67, while the male interviewees only got 57.2 out of 67. Although this experiment is conducted only in a small scale, it shows women are slightly better than male in multitasking. Women are better at both accuracy and counting tasks. However, there are several limitations and some potential errors in this experiment. First, not everyone is good at mathematics. Some people may find those calculations are easy, and they can attempt more since they have greater abilities on calculation. Therefore, this may be an error in this experiment because the difference of ability between people. To improve this, we can choose people with similar ability on calculation to prevent the variation on the results, such as doing pre-screening tasks on them. So we can divide them into several categories according to their ability in order to get a more precise result. Next, the sample size is a little bit small as there are only 20 people involved in the test. A larger sample pool can increase the accuracy of the results. Third, the difference in environment of the experiment. Since we invite people to help us inside the campus, but they conduct the experiment in different places. Therefore, they may be distracted by the environment as there are passengers walking around. Hence, the results may be affected by the environment since people's concentration may be distracted by others.
So, why women are better than men in multitasking? According to Savona Capsover, the researcher of National Research University Higher School of Economic Neurolinguistic Laboratory, she stated that women were easier than men to switch attention and their brain did not need to mobilize extra resources to doing so, as opposed to male brains. Besides, women are good at multitasking due to inborn advantage. According to Colata, suggests that men used to think in left hemisphere, while women used to think with both left and right hemisphere. Therefore, women will have a better coordination in switching tasks. He also added that female brains were more symmetrical than male brains.
Finally, we could understand the statement, women are better than men in multitasking in our daily lives, as Samantha explained that women will get used to multitasking. For example, it is not difficult to see a typical housewife need to do many household tasks at home, cooking while taking care of their baby at the same time. This contributes women to be a better multitasker than men.